Hey, it's MK, and I am back with my last layout for Kit Conspiracy using the Good Vibrations kit from Pretty Little Studio. So this one is going to be a fast and fun layout, but I did not want to leave it out. I really wanted to make this layout. So I've got a couple things left over. I picked out all of the sand color labels and tags and things, a cluster of flowers, and then a little Good Vibes, I don't know, wordy tiny word thing. I also have the leftover piece of scratchy paper. I don't know, I have no idea, lined paper. And then this gorgeous star paper with this awesome, almost like a fuzzy wood print on the back. And then this paper here from Close to My Heart that has the white cardstock with the embossed stars on it. Somebody told me that it was called an Irresistibles or something like that. But I don't even know how old it is. You guys, I apologize about that. So I'm going to cut out my star and then trace along on the irresistible paper. Now it just looks like plain white paper, but once I use my yellow ink on the paper, it's going to be it's just amazing how it looks. I couldn't help myself. I loved it so very much. So I'm also going to go off camera and cut down my photos to 3x3 as well as a little mat to go around it and get on to the squeezed lemonade. Almost like a puffy look behind my star stencil. So I don't want it to be too big of a puff around my star stencil or around my star image. But I do want it to be enough to where I let those stars shine on the paper. Kind of come through. So I'm putting a lot of ink on the wrong side of my pencil line and bringing out my blender brush to the outside of the pencil line. So that way it's just a small, nice little border. I don't want it to be too dark. I don't want it to be too bright, all that stuff. So, but I am starting on the wrong side of the pencil line. So that way I don't accidentally get too much ink beyond the pencil line. So, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute once I place my star back down. I really wanted the star to be the star of the show on this layout. And it's just a couple fun photos of my husband hanging out on the beach with us. And we finally, after about 4 times at the beach, we finally brought a towel to sit down on and chillax and relax out on the towel and just watch the kids out on their boogie boards. So that is basically it. And then for my daughter, I made a little heart in the sand. And then my oldest daughter, I made a heart in the sand, and I was going to send her a We Miss You post. And then my youngest daughter brought me a whole bunch of seashells that she attached to one of the sides of the stars. And then I just added a fun little, I don't know if it's in this one or not, but just a I love the beach thing using the heart in it. But it was something that we sent to my daughter, just letting her know that we missed her. So that's all that this was, with the collection of the seashells that my youngest daughter was collecting while she wasn't out on her boogie board. So anyways, super fast, super fun. I just wanted a collection of these little labels on the top and the bottom, not for documenting or anything like that, but more for calming space around the photo, a little bit of resting space, I should say. And I did pop my photos up on foam just to give it a little bit of dimension, because a layout does feel kind of flat if everything is just stuck to the page. I like adding a little bit of dimension, but it's not necessary at all. It is totally personal preference. So here is where I really was thinking, okay, I'm using up all of my elements, but it's almost looking a bit plain, like, oh, I feel like I did something wrong because it came together so fast. I really wanted to add this circle journaling spot and make that where I was going to write my journaling. And in the long run, it was blue, so it didn't match. I didn't have a sandy circle journaling spot. I really liked the Good Vibes up there at the top. Well, that didn't work. I really liked it down at the bottom. I wished I would have had 2 of these little clusters so I could put one up at the top. But honestly, I like the way that it looks. I'm going to use that label up in the upper right for my small little bit of journaling, but all the rest of the labels were really just for decorations and whatnot. So I love how this turned out. I am super glad that I was able to put it together. I honestly have no full sheets of this paper left over, like none. I really had a blast playing with this collection. So with that being said, I will see you guys next week. Tomorrow is the reveal of the last collection that we are doing for Kit Conspiracy. Don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel, who is Galaxy Girl Creations, here on YouTube, to see how she is using her last day of good vibrations from Pretty Little Studio. And I will check you guys all later. Bye.